Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start with the last part of the chapter, that is distinguish between ionic compound and covalent compound. Now let us start with this part. As we know that ionic compounds, how they are formed by the transfer of the electron. Hence the bonding between them is what? Electrovalent. Then existence, they exist as hard crystalline solids. The reason is that, children, this existence is due to the oppositely charged attraction between the ions in them. Okay, ions, they are oppositely charged in nature and they attract with the strong force. Hence the force of attraction is the strong electrostatic force of attraction between them. Now this same part, let us see for covalent compounds. Now in covalent compounds, as you can see here, okay, I am just clicking this, as you can see here, this covalent compound, the bonding is covalent. Now children, why the bonding is covalent? Because it is formed by the mutual sharing. The existence is in the form of gas, liquid or solid. Okay, they exist in all three states. Now the constituent units are molecules. Now the force of attraction is weak. Now what type of force it is? It is van der Waals. This weak force between the molecule is known as van der Waals force of attraction. Hence they have what? Weak force of attraction between them. Now let us go to the next part. We have here is volatility. Ionic compounds are non-volatile in nature. Children, why they are non-volatile in nature? Because their melting or boiling point is above 100 degrees Celsius. Normally we find it. Okay, and here in covalent compounds, they are volatile in nature because their melting or boiling point is below, usually less than 100. Now here melting and boiling point of ionic compounds is high. What is the reason here? As you can see, strong electrostatic force of attraction between the ions are present. Hence they will require large amount of energy to break the molecules. Yes or no? Similarly, here you can see in covalent compounds, melting and boiling point is what? Low. Now why it is low? Because they have what? Weak van der Waals force of attraction between the molecules, and hence they require less amount of energy and easily they can be break down. Then the conduction of heat in ionic compounds is good, whereas conduction of heat in covalent compound is bad. They are poor conductors. Here the conduction of electricity we need to understand. Children, let us take one simple example of NaCl, salt, normal table salt, which we consume at our house. Children, in the solid state it does not conduct electricity, right? But when you dissolve that, in the water, or when you melt that salt, what happens is the force of attraction between them becomes weak, and hence this weak force of attraction leads to the formation of the free ions. Hence they conduct electricity and are attracted by oppositely charged electrode. Now let us see for covalent compounds the conduction of electricity. As you can see, they are non-conductors in the gaseous, liquid as well as in the solid state. Now here the conduction will be shown only for some exceptional compounds, and those are polar compounds. Polar compounds because they have a small charge separation on them. Yes or no? They show a charge separation. You can see here they show a charge separation on them. Yes or no? This I have already explained in polar covalent compound part, so you can refer that. Then let us see electrolysis. This we will study in the electrolysis chapter, but for the time being you need to know. In class 8 we have studied what is electrolysis. It is a process by which the chemical compound can be decomposed or dissociated into ions by the passage of electric current. Hence ionic compounds can be electrolyzed, but the condition you can see here is molten or the aqueous solution only. In the solid state they cannot be electrolyzed, whereas covalent compounds, they are totally non-electrolyzed. That means you cannot electrolyte them. Okay, uh, only the exceptional part is your HCl and ammonia gas, because they are polar covalent compounds. Then you see the solubility of ionic compounds. They are soluble in water and insoluble in inorganic solvents. Soluble in water means they are soluble in the polar solvent, and water is a polar covalent compound because it carries charge on it. Yes or no? Similarly, NaCl, it has a charge on it, so like dissolves like. This part I have already explained you. Now here in the solubility of covalent compounds, you can see that they are soluble but in inorganic solvents, and they are insoluble in water. But HCl and ammonia, both of them are polar covalent compounds and they are soluble in water. Okay, so like dissolves like वाला आपको याद रखना है. Then the reactions of ionic compounds, they undergo high speed ionic reactions. Free ions easily formed in the solution and they rapidly regroup in the solution. Here in covalent compound the reactions are very slow because the reactions are molecular reactions, because totally all molecules are present, no ions are present, so their reaction will take place but slowly. Here dissociation for ionic compounds, you can see they undergo electrolytic dissociation on passage of electric current. The process involves here is separation of ions. NaCl will separate in the form of Na plus and Cl minus ions, whereas for covalent compounds the process is ionization. Ionization and dissociation, both of them are having only a slight difference. You need to remember that dissociation takes place for ionic compound and ionization takes place for covalent compounds. So covalent compounds undergo ionization process in the solution state on the passage of electric current. So for example is your HCl, it will ionize in water as H plus and Cl minus ion. I hope that you all have understood all the part of the chapter. If there is any doubt, so you can post your doubts in the evening between 4 to 6 p.m. At that time I am free, so then I can give you response whatever you have doubt, and message me in my personal WhatsApp number. I hope that you all are studying. Children, time is very crucial. I can understand that we all have to be in the house, we need to stay safe, so take care of yourself and study on regular basis, because now you have ample of time to study, self study. And if you have any doubt, then you can ask in person. Thank you.